Rich with BrokenBox with another episode of BrokenBox TV. We're here with Brandon Toledo and Chip from Miami Beatwave. Gentlemen, thank you for having us.
Thank you for having us, man.
Where are you guys from, and how did you guys each get started with music individually and collectively?
Okay. I'm originally from Miami, born and raised here, and I was in the band when I was younger, so that's how I first got into music and sight reading and so on and so forth. Later on in life, I kind of just dove straight into it. I knew from a young age that I wanted to do it, and that's where I was going, and I haven't stopped since.
It's pretty much the same story, just it happened in North Carolina. Music from a young age, love music from a young age, high school bands on my own. Pretty much, there wasn't a lot of hip-hop artists in my community at the time, so I was recording my own bands and my own rock bands and my friends' rock bands in my basement. And from that, it turned into a passion.
So while he's in North Carolina, I'm in Miami. We're kind of doing the same thing. And then we both decided to go to Full Sail, and we didn't know each other at the time, but we ended up in the same class, and started doing stuff outside of school. Like, he had a little home studio in his college apartment, and so did I, and we would work on music when we would get out of school and go right back to school, you know what I mean? And it's kind of where we met and started working together.
We're in your wonderful studio here in Miami, beautiful Miami. It's very, very nice, to say the very, very least.
Appreciate it, man. Thank you.
I want to know how you guys were able to, at such a young age, get something this advanced, something so beautiful, something that you can use to create, professional production with people like Dead Prez and Ghostwriter, and of course Beatwave, AG, Omniscient. Mm-hmm. How did you guys come about, and how did you guys get this studio space?
A lot of hard work and no sleep. No sleep. The story goes basically, I came back from Full Sail. Chip stayed for his bachelor's degree in business. I came back over here. I started, the company Beatwave, and I had one of my old bosses tell me, look, I know the studio is going to get, torn down, and maybe you want to make something out of it, So I came over here, and it was a mess. There was no gear. I had been collecting gear since high school and in college, so I had some stuff to start off with. Cleaned the place up, put the gear in, started recording, artists here and there for some money, and putting that money back into buying more gear. As soon as he was done with his bachelor's degree in Orlando, he moved straight here to Miami. You know what I mean? We got together and did our company stuff, got that out the way, and been rocking ever since.
In the Miami music scene, the Miami business scene, which is very niche, very small, and very
hard.
What I'm saying, and it keeps keeps people outside. How do you do it?
So the degree was one thing, but the experience is the mother of all teachers.
Yeah, I totally agree. There's nothing that prepares you for it. Like, no school can prepare you for the music industry. You know what I mean? And the things that you learned in your experiences, and they might tell you a little bit about it in school and tell you, you read the books and, these guidelines and stuff like that. But you start to learn, like, when you get in the industry, there are no lines. In this game, there's people working 24/7. You know what I mean? When you're sleeping, other people are working, especially in Miami. You know what I mean? So it's like a no sleep thing. Like, you have to wake up in the morning and really want to go out there and get it. And if you don't have that, you're going to fall behind, no matter how talented you are.
I agree with that 100%, and I feel like that's why BrokenBox is here, because we appreciate the fact that you guys are actually out there doing it with real artists in Miami, such as Recognize, Garcia, the list goes on and on and on. I wanted to ask you guys about some misperceptions that people might have about Beatwave. I know we were talking about that a little bit earlier, and they think that you guys do one thing, but from what we've experienced and through our conversations when we've gone to see you guys play at shows, it seems to be much more diverse. Maybe you guys can speak a little bit each about
definitely
what Miami Beatwave really is and what it really represents to you guys and as a whole.
Okay, Miami Beatwave is a group of producers and artists as a team. Me and Chip run the whole company, but we have people on our team that we work with, songwriters, from hip hop songwriters to on the other side of things, dance team. I just started a new dance team with DJ Vistra, Ivan from YMF doing songwriting. And then on the hip hop side, I always work with people like Mayday, Recognize, and Omniscient, Da Vinci, in the Miami scene. And a lot of people think that we're just a studio, but reality, over the years, they've come to realize, oh man, these guys producing and really making the music, not only recording the music, they're making the music too. Don't get me wrong, we still record people that we don't make the music for, or mix projects that we don't make the music for, but we're trying to basically get across that we're not just a studio and engineers, we're more than that, we're producers, and we're a team,
I think the thing is it has a lot to do with what we provide for you from that person's perspective. There's been a lot of people that, like Brandon said, that we do solely mixing and recording for. And then there's people that we just produce for. There's people that find us through our work and through our affiliations that think of us totally as producers, and there's people that find us through our work as in mixed records and stuff, and then think of us as a studio and want to come here for our sound, and that's just it.
We're blessed to be able to have both of them,
Of course.
So, it's almost like a one-stop shop, like a factory,
Yeah.
That's what we try to like to think of it as.
Let the people know where they can make sure to check you out, where they can find you, where they can find your music, and where they can catch you at a live show.
Awesome. MiamiBeatWave.com, Twitter.com/MiamiBeatWave. We got it all. The fucking Facebook. Just Google Miami Beatwave,
Yeah, it's at Miami Beatwave, at ChipMBW, MiamiBeatWave.com, all that.
All right, well, we want to thank you again for this opportunity, for letting us into your beautiful, beautiful studio, your hospitality, and for just taking your time and speaking with us. This is Rich with BrokenBox with another episode of BrokenBox TV. This is Miami Beatwave. Make sure to check them out.